What's up, openers? As you can see, we are having a live show in person at the network ATL location. Whatever it said on the flyer, I've been drinking. But yes, we are very, very happy to have a live show. You all come out. We have QR code already for you to scan, so it's easy for you if you're watching us on your TV screen or on your screen. I think you can screenshot, right?
You can put it right there.
You can screenshot? Yeah, I think you can screenshot and it will also right there. Take the picture, babies. There you go. Yes, so we do have damn it. I can't think. We do have $5 drink tickets. I'm really excited about that. We do have early bird special going on. So make sure you hit that up. And for all the openers, honestly, for all the openers who purchase tickets, we have sold a good number, in my opinion. I'm not gonna say too much.
Yeah, please.
A good number, and I'm just very, very thankful and humble by that. That means a lot to us. And get your sexy PJ on. And,
get it sexy.
There is some stipulations now. Don't come in here with your ass out.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, no, this ain't no.
This is not. Listen, Beyonce had y'all come to Renaissance and y'all had your asses out. Y'all was wrong.
Yeah,
don't come there with your asses out.
Yeah, we're not.
I don't want to see no asses. I don't want to see no booty cracks. I don't want to see no balls. We can see Prince, but we don't want to see
Prince and booty. Prince is okay, long as it's covered.
Yes, please make sure it's covered.
Okay, this not.
And it's not ashy.
Baby. Okay.
Buy some new pajamas, Marco.
I'm always gonna buy some. I'm trying to figure out what color I'm gonna wear.
So this is welcome to season 3, episode 18. That is a good number, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
18. 1-8. You are officially now grown 3 times. Season 3 times. Don't get it? Corny. Okay. Well, welcome to Open Podcast. We have an open and honest conversation that talks about everything from A to Z as it pertains to LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney. You can follow me on IG at I am Rodney Wash.
I'm your host, Marco DePrence. You can follow me on IG at Marco DePrence.
I'm your host, Shazam. You can follow me at _kid and play_.
And I'm your host, Solomon. You can follow me on IG at Solomon E. Stretch.
And I am host Collection Play.
Damn, somebody done robbed us.
Lord Jesus, we don't have
See, now we need money for a new collection plate since we ain't got one.
Robin Hood. I came and said,
Okay.
Get off the hood, bitch.
Okay. Swiper, no swiping.
Swipe it up, swipe it.
Well, somebody goddamn swiped the thing.
Well, if you know openers, we do have a collection play. Unfortunately, it's not here right now. Whatever donations you can give to us, we truly appreciate it. You can give in 3 ways. You can give to us via, what is that, PayPal. When you click the donate button in whatever podcast description you listen to us on. You can also give us 5 stars on Facebook. We are 5-star young professional gay black men. Or you do my favorite, which is YouTube. You can buy a sticker. If you go to the bottom right of your screen, you can buy stickers that support the podcast, and your name will be broadcasted on the video and on audio voice. I'm reading. Messed me up. Version as well. I'm tired of talking now. I'm gonna pass it on. All right, Solomon, tell how to further support.
Tell what? You can further support us by going to our YouTube, interacting with our live shows. We love it when you slide into our DMs on our Instagram, our other social media. We're getting pictures. We're getting stories. We're getting
Request.
We're getting a lot of stuff.
Are we?
Marquis. But we really love it when you come to our YouTube and you interact with us on our live shows. We love it when you like, you comment, and you subscribe. All right.
Yes, and also give us 5 stars on the podcast version of the audio version. We have 5-star young professional gay black men, and they help us keep us in the algorithm to keep us, floating across your screen and across your phones. And getting us new openers, that's what we need. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? Thank you. Marco, how's your week?
My week was great. So this weekend, it was Father's Day. So me and Bella, we went to Piedmont Park, hung out, did a little picnic, took her off her leash, and we just ran throughout the whole open area, and she had a ball. Outside of that, I just hung out, chilled. Yeah. How was your week, Solomon?
My week has been good. It's been interesting. I am determined to maintain my peace. And let's see what else. We did just have Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
I will be seeing mine tomorrow. And let's see. I'm good. How about you, Shazam?
Peace. Literally, like, I'm living in peace right now. I don't have no complaints. I am really just enjoying life. I am letting things be how they need to be. And that's that on that. Rodney, how was your week or weekend?
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's start with the cruise. I went on a Royal Caribbean. Loved it. Don't like the kids. I would never want to cruise with children ever again. People like to get their kids together. They were just everywhere, touching everything, running in front of you. You had no regards to what you had going on. Like, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
Came back.
Oh. They're talking about the DMs.
Oh, Lord, I don't know who did that.
I was so confused. Lord have mercy.
I don't know who did that. And also, the reason my brain is kind of scattered right now, one of my best friends lost their best friend today, and I am kind of still shocked. I just can't believe it. And I'm still processing that, but I'm here, and we're going to have a good show. But yeah, so if I feel kind of off, that's why. So I'm trying to keep busy so I won't be crying, because I'm still just shocked. I want to tell everyone, please check on your friends. If you don't hear from them, and you usually do, please do a wellness check. You never know, you can save a life that way. And just, let's pray for my friend who lost his dear friend. And it's a sad time. I do need to go on Virgin. I need a whole nother cruise. Yes, I do. Thank you, Kevin Kev. All right, Marco.
We're going to the streets.
No, we got to pay some bills.
Well, always. See what you did there. Always keep you on my toes. But Rodney said it, so we got to pay some bills. Openers, there's a link in the description where you can click it and get 1 month of Apple TV or 1 month of Apple Music, because Apple is our official sponsor for Open Relationship Podcast. And as always, your support is greatly appreciated. All right, so we're going to start here since we just started. Since we just left the weekend from Father's Day. So Marlon Wayans posted a picture supporting his son for Pride Month and everybody else in the community, which I thought was, first of all, that man is fine.
Who?
Marlon Wayans. The whole Wayans family is
I don't
fine.
think Marlon's the finest Wayne's
No,
brother.
I didn't say the finest. I just
He
said,
not fine.
He's not ugly. I mean,
He said he was fine, and he's not fine.
I like the other one.
Now Tyler in them yellow shorts, fine.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Well, we all got preferences.
What you say, take your brandy?
But yeah, so he posted a picture sitting on the floor, nice outfit with the pride flag over his shoulder with a nice caption underneath. One thing that stuck out, he said, "Happy Pride to all my LGBTQ plus people. Did a photo shoot with this person. P.S. I'm straight. Well, according to my child, cisgender male. I just love to support my people." First, I just got to give it to him for supporting his kid and for whatever he wants to identify as, and just being a good father, showing up. Because me growing up, I didn't have that support from my father, but I just thought it was just a beautiful thing just to say and do. But the backlash he received, as you guys know, just not all the black community, but just certain people within the black community having a problem with him loving his child, supporting his child. The only thing I did not like about the post is that he was promoting his show while doing it, but it's a comedy special, which he goes in depth about his family. So at first I was like, irate about it. And I was like, ooh, so you're using us to promote, But then when you look at it, he's actually sharing his experiences of going through, not all of it, but he does hint on it a little bit. And he's a comedian, so he can use this as a light to share education. I don't know if that came out right, but I know what I meant.
I think it's beautiful. To have any type of boys love their dads. I love my dad. And to see that made me teary eyed, because like I don't have a child. I don't know how that feels, but like seeing my mom lose her son and then seeing other people lose their kids, like you gonna ride for your child. If you are a great parent, whatever your child do, unfortunately some people do some bad things, whatever they do, like even if my child was a murderer, I'm gonna check on my son. I'm just being honest. That's my son. He wrong what he did, but I'm gonna go see him. Let's go see him just say I'm going down there every Tuesday, 11 o'clock. Hey baby. So like I can just like that's your, for one, that's the person you created, you brought into the world, and you see them navigating the world. I think that's a beautiful thing, and to know that your father is supporting your journey, that's, you can't put words into that. So I want to say kudos to that. And why not market your comedy special? It's Pride Month, bitch.
Okay.
Hey,
Get that motherfucking money.
get that money, bitch.
I just want people to know that Marlon Wayans, the Wayans family, brothers, specifically, they have always been allies. Like, although they put a lot of comedy around the LGBT community, like you saw Marlon and Keenan and who's the other brother?
Keenan is one of the brothers. Marlon, Sean.
Keenan is the older one.
Okay.
Like you've seen them voguing. Like they vogued throughout their careers.
Oh yeah.
And then they also like they're a
Hated it.
they are a black comedy dynasty, and they employed black LGBT individuals when other people wouldn't. And so like they are activists and advocates in their own right. So this is what a parent would do, but this is nothing new for them.
Yeah, I think there was nothing to me. It was, I'm going to read the comments because the comments are always going to tell you what people are thinking. The comments were terrible, of course. And there's like all these articles that are saying he lost like 10,000 plus followers and things like that because of him posting this. But there was an interesting comment. This girl was like, LMAO, I'm straight, y'all are funny. He knows what he's doing. The gay folks are good supporters. Shout out to Pride Month. Which is true because the gay folks are going to support. The gay folks are going to spend their money. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the entertainment industry are starting to realize that. But then there's like a backside to it where everybody's like, oh, everybody has to do things to appeal to be gay so that gay people support them. But shout out to it. He's being a dad. I don't think this had anything to do with his career. Him like pushing his show beneath it was just like, oh, I'm going to do this anyways. But he's being a dad.
I mean, gay people gonna come and look at all the rap music we twerk to, and they damn sure ain't talking to us about pop your pussy, bitch.
Well, but at the same time, we do have to understand that there are certain like people that are like they may be rapping for gay people, but they don't have no respect for them. Sexy Red called somebody a faggot last week. And everybody's still hollering, get it sexy, right? Oh. So I think we just have to be very cognizant of what we're supporting and what we're allowing. Because she definitely was in the comments and called a boy a faggot. She did.
I did not know that part.
I don't know. Catch-22. People fight with words. I mean, it is what it is.
I just think that, to be honest, I do not think that we are Sexy Red's target audience. Gay people are not. To see gay people grabbing onto the music, she's probably like, oh shit, that's cool. But Sexy Red is not.
She talked to the ratchet hoe.
Yes.
Coochie stank in the hospital.
She is from St. Louis, and she's the person who has talked about her coochie and showed her coochie online and don't care. Like, let's be very clear.
I'm in the doctor because see why my coochie stink.
In the hospital?
In the hospital?
She does.
She says outrageous things. So I just think that, like, for her to say that, I was just like, interesting. But you ain't seen nobody tear her up. People tore Carisha down when she said she was going to beat her kid because if he was gay. But Sexy Red didn't call this man a faggot on Instagram. And everybody's like, get it sexy. Ooh, I can't, like, okay, girl.
I mean, I get this. People tired of Instagram bullies. I mean, because faggot is a bad word, but
Is that
sometimes
getting bleeped out?
Yeah, please, can you bleep that?
why are we bleeping that?
Because it's derogatory.
It's a derogatory term.
Jesus Christ, y'all.
We can't say nigga.
Well, you just did.
We can.
I'm just making a point.
I'm just saying, but like,
Go ahead.
I mean, I was.
I just think
first.
that. Did you say what?
He was black first.
I thought you said I'm a lady first. I was laughing. I just think we have to be very aware when people pick and choose when they're going to be allies. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but what if? Okay, what I don't know what the young man said. This is all assumptions. What if he said you?
He didn't say any. He didn't call her a name.
Oh, he did.
He commented on like her. It was like her. It was either the picture of her and Chief Keef that were like doing something that made it look like they were like sexual involved. But she's like, "That's my brother." Or it was the picture when she posted her new boobs. I can't remember. But she responded with calling him a faggot.
I mean, I heard.
But hey, get it sexy.
I heard some straight males say some bad things to women when they trying to get nasty with them. So you know who do you fault?
Wait. Go back.
I'm being honest. I have heard some men say women smell like fish. That is degrading as fuck.
Well,
That's not equivalent to calling somebody a faggot.
I'm just saying what is degrading.
that's an
And
observation
me.
though. If I sniff you and you smell like fish, you smell
Calling
like fish.
women fish.
Gay men call women fish all the time.
Yeah.
That don't mean they like it.
Well,
So fish and faggot are equivalent. Is that what we're saying?
If you, this is what I'm gonna say. If you don't like to be called a word, somebody call you that. That's yes. If I say don't call me fish, like don't call me bitch or whatever, that's my preference. Don't call me that.
But are you is that person
we're just
approaching
gonna
that
use all the words
person's?
today.
God damn it, it's a hey,
sorry,
this is adult.
It's Pride Month.
It's
Get it
fine.
out.
But you know, like I don't know. You know, I'm all here for freedom of speech. I'm a Larry King type person, Joan Rivers type person. He says the fucked up shit, but that hoe was funny. Like, I'm just saying,
Rest in
like,
peace.
when we just be so, I don't want to be. What is wrong with the world today? And Boy Please Better said on his podcast, the world is too fucking sensitive, and that's just the God honest truth. Like, we raise little not strong-minded people.
I don't think the world is sensitive. I think internet.
We are overly sensitive.
I think the internet.
But let somebody.
Okay,
call
wait,
you a
wait,
sis-
wait, wait,
Let
wait,
somebody
wait.
call you
Wait,
a
wait,
cisgender
wait.
male, and then you want to.
No,
I'm
we have
gonna speak up for
we have to
myself,
back
though.
up because you just said people are free to say what they want, but now you're saying we're too sensitive. Which one
Yes,
is it? Because
it's
they
the same.
can't they can't
it go hand in hand
coexist.
to me. It's we are some of us are really like even we sit on this panel every day, you guys, and sometimes people are justified. Sometimes it's justified, but sometimes we go overboard. We want to get everybody counseled. I know we're gonna talk about something that's coming up. I'm gonna say too much, but like sometimes people that's not your yam. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay.
I don't think it's a push to get anybody canceled. I think it's to be aware. That's like somebody calling somebody a faggot. That's crazy. Just like that. We just saw the white woman go viral because she was calling people the N-word. She called Lil Uzi Vert the N-word and said, y'all canceling him, but y'all not canceling this N-word. These are things that have to be addressed.
It's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, so don't think I'm saying it's right.
But to call people sensitive for being called.
But if you are in your friend group saying things you wouldn't say out in public, you're just as wrong. So if you're saying certain words with your friends, you know what I'm saying, your friends group use certain slang and terminology that you wouldn't say on a platform, you're just as wrong.
I don't think so.
So that's like the pot calling the kettle black to me.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
I actually agree with Rodney. So I actually had one of my friends this weekend say the T word, and I was like, "Hey, we're not going to use that word." And I educate them in this spot, and I was like, "I don't care what you do outside of our conversation." I was like, "But when we are talking or we're kikiing and throwing shade, please don't use it." And I mentioned, I was like, "Well, I host a podcast, and now I feel fake because I'm sitting around here and you using this, and I'm not correcting you, but I got to correct everybody else that watches my show."
Yeah.
Never mind. Go ahead. I was gonna.
Solemn any viewpoint.
He doesn't care.
Well, no, I can't.
No.
You know, that's his favorite line.
I don't care.
I do care. I care very much.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot in here. So I do care very much. I am very I have only said the N-word on the show, I think, once. And I felt very bad about that. And I have been very mindful not to do that again. I think we have to be very careful about the words we use and our audience.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And so, and I think that's even more important now, especially since we are on a platform.
Okay.
I agree, but I don't want to see here being fake. Me personally.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of being fake. I think it's a matter of being aware.
Let me say, not being true to who I am. I use that word.
But you can be true and be aware.
I can be aware, but I'm not going to say a certain word to make somebody else feel better if I always use it. Not saying like derogatory terms, or like if I say a certain thing, I'm not going to say like I didn't really understand. What's the thing that people get people canceled all the time? Transgender. Like, I don't support the transgender. And that's all this counts. And my friends all support that. And I'd be like, I love transgender people. Like, that's fake. I'm not going to be fake in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ever going to do that. If I don't believe in something like, I'm going to tell my truth. I hope I do it respectfully. And then y'all hold me accountable when I'm wrong. And I can receive that. But if I don't agree with something, I'm not ever going to say, but like, yes, I agree. When the truth when I don't agree.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of agreeing or disagreeing. I think it's a matter of finding a level of understanding. And so we can have conversations if you see where I'm coming from and you understand where I'm coming from. I get it. And a lot of times, like, there have been many times, especially like when we had the one guest on here and who I think had an agenda to come on here and like attack you. I think that, wait, was that wrong?
No. Keep going.
I think I have a different what? I think I have a different level of understanding, and I think I was able to communicate like I know Rodney, and Rodney doesn't always have the words to say this, but he means this.
It's true. That's true.
And I don't always agree with you.
Yeah, that's true too.
But I
Two things could be right at one time.
all right, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of cancel culture, what a transition. First of all, before we get here, in a hypothetical situation, or actually no, real life, would you guys ever go on a dating show?
No.
I would.
Okay. I would too.
I would not.
So, speaking of dating shows, so there's this new popular viral dating show going around on the internet called Pop the Balloon or Find Love. So recently it was a gentleman on it. I've seen bits and clips of it, but I recently just did research, and yeah, it's a lot going on in it. But this one particular gentleman over the weekend or recent episode went on it. You go on, you state your name, and then you start talking, and then if the women or men or whoever don't like you, you pop it, they come to you and ask you why did you pop your balloon. This man got backlash for voicing his opinion and standing up for himself. And also, after the video went viral, he lost his job. I personally don't think he did anything wrong.
Well, what did he say?
So it was this one particular girl. So he was looking.
Oh, this was a straight show?
Well, they alternate. And I don't know if it's all on the same network.
2 different segments.
Oh, okay.
2 different platforms. There's
Okay.
a gay one, and then there's a straight one.
Yeah.
There's a gay one I think that is in like Chicago. There's one in Chicago and a gay one in DC. And then I don't know where the straight one's at. But
Houston.
it started off in the straight world, and then the gays like
Got it. Yeah. So he was looking at the girl. He like looked her up and down, not in a rude way, in my personal opinion. But she was like, "What you looking at? My eyes are up here." And he was like, "Well, I was actually looking at the hair on your arms. I'm never gonna be with a woman that got more hair on their arms than me." And I was like, "Okay, ooh, you know."
Don't we respect preferences?
That was That wasn't me saying it. This is just.
No, I'm just saying
Oh.
in general to the people in the comments.
Honestly, it was a key. Like, he said how he felt, and I think that these women, they felt disrespected and they responded, right? But at the end of the day, if you go on a show like that, you almost have to be ready for anything. And anybody on that show or has watched that show, if you went on that show, hopefully you watched it, you know random stuff comes out of these people's mouths. Like, people come up and they pop the balloon, they be like, why'd you pop your balloon? And she'll be like, because the collar on his shirt is brown. Or they'll say something that is so stupid, and you're like, what? And then the dude will be like, oh, but I'm a doctor. And then they'll be like, so it's like, it's all about perceptions. And it's like, if you know you're getting off a perception that people might comment on, it's weird. It's like people on this show, they're looking for insecurities. And when they see your insecurity, they then bring it up.
You know what I can't unsee?
What?
When that girl called him, so you look like a turtle.
Somebody just put that on the screen.
And I can't.
I know you thought they
A turtle daddy.
And I can't unsee it because he was caught. He just, you know.
He was stocky. He was like, yeah. That show.
He was kind of, to me, he was kind of like overly. You could tell when a girl got back with him and says he didn't like it, he got kind of overly sensitive, in my opinion. But do I think he should got fired for that? No. That's what I talk about. We have this crazy ass council culture who go out and look up people. And I think that was fucked up too. I think it should be a law. If you are calling about somebody that job against by the council, they should better go through your whole phone messages. Whatever you do, it should all be researched. You doing the same damn thing that person doing, get the fuck on. That pisses me off.
But now it's getting ridiculous. They're like, I guess his ex-girlfriends or people that he used to date posting his address online, his father's address online, where he worked, license plate numbers.
You
like,
see what I'm saying? That
it's just like,
crazy.
because what do we do? Because he voiced his opinion on the internet and it went viral.
And it hurt your feelings?
Somebody made an important point. Michael said, no, it was funny, but his tone throughout it made it disrespectful. And I think that's the whole thing. The way he delivered it to them was very nasty. It was never like, oh, I just wouldn't date a woman with hair on her arms. It was like, well, I actually wouldn't date a woman with more hair on her arms than me.
I thought he was always defensive because of the
she
women,
came at
what they
her.
were saying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think like all of their, like the general theme is like the delivery of how you respond to people on that. It's wrong from the female standpoint and the male standpoint, because the female wanted him to just say, oh no, like you're not my preference, but they wanted to read him down. Then when he read back, they called him sassy.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't honestly, like going back to you saying raising sensitive people, if you don't have tough skin, you shouldn't be on a show like that. Because people are going to say whatever the fuck they want. People didn't call people big feet on there. People have said people look broke. Like they're going to say terrible things, but it's all about first impressions.
PVV pipe.
Now he was, oh my God.
I can't unsee
Oh, that
it.
tickled you? That tickled you?
If you know what that is, you'll be laughing.
I don't.
The plastic piping.
The what?
Google it, girl.
Google it. And you will picture it.
You're going to laugh.
But yeah, I just really think that that kind of stuff pisses me off. Like, I don't know. Anybody, you know, he did brag, I have $100K in the bank. Baby, go find it.
They were tearing him up on the comments. They were like, I'm glad you got $100K in the bank because you got fired.
And then I went on his page because, you know, I'm nosy as fuck. He making shirts. I said, that's a Candy Burris ass move, bitch.
He should be a personal trainer.
He said he might start an OnlyFans. He might do something. He said he's gonna make
bounce
money
back.
off of this. He's gonna bounce back. And he said, I'm selling shirts.
Well, don't start with selling shirts, boy.
He got on 500 orders.
Oh, well.
Shit,
the
in
shirt say?
county.
What's
He
the-
also posted like the main girl that was on the show that was like tearing him down. She was the one that like did all the stuff, and she DM'd him an apology, and he posted her apology and was like, it's bullshit. Like, it's unfortunate, but at this point in the social media game, no publicity is bad publicity. He's either going to get on a TV show, he's going to get a podcast, he's going to do something, and it's going to blow up. Like Rodney said, he's already selling T-shirts. Melanie Granger said, it annoys me that it annoys me that us black people have to do shit like this. Why can't we get authentic dating experiences like every other race gets? I don't think this is like a racial thing. White people go on The Bachelor. Like this happens
They're
across
not that
all
nasty
cultures.
like that to each other though.
I think they are. I think we just have a way of delivery that just makes our read stick.
Yeah, I mean, growing up around other races, they have their little catty
Go
moment.
ways.
And they have a lot of elitism. Isn't something only in the black culture. It's in white culture. It's in Arabian culture. Like, it's everywhere. Girl, her daddy work at Exxon. My daddy works somewhere else. Like, it's like my daddy's a lawyer, her daughter's a doctor, and his doctor's been sued. Like, white people have the same thing.
That's how they argue.
Yeah, they like, oh, girl, she didn't even get a sweet 16. I got a Benz. You didn't get one. Like, come on. I shouldn't have did that voice. I apologize.
Well, that's the
Solomon, any
street.
comment?
Oh,
Not really.
Y'all would go on the Pop the Balloon show? Y'all that said yes to a dating show?
Absolutely not.
No, they said they would go on a
I
dating
would.
show.
I will go, and I will do both sides. I would be the person to walk in, and I'll be the person to pop.
So you walk in and I say, okay, what's your name? Tell me about you. What would you say? What would your elevator pitch be?
Okay, girl, I'm not.
I'm just curious.
I'm not in a dating space while being on this show right now, so I don't know.
Sure.
Rodney, would you have an elevator
I don't
pitch?
really know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie to you.
I would have time to like.
And I would say something, and I really want to see what people think of me. Like, I wanted this to go to... I mean, because, for one, you have to have tough skin.
Yes.
For one, I already know what I can do outside of a show, so a show will not vindicate me and, like, make me feel like I'm worthy or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going on there to see what people think. But I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, you don't like me. I'm going to hate you. You're ugly. Who cares?
You know, it's okay. There's
Melanin
there's
Granger
7 billion people in the world.
Melanie Granger said, upscale, The Bachelor, we have Flavor of Love. Okay, first of all, Flavor of Love was good TV. New York is the queen of reality TV. She walked so Nene could run. Like, run. Ooh. But yeah, that's funny.
That was funny, yeah. Flavor Flav will always be like a reality TV staple.
Women were really fighting for the love of Flavor Flav.
Were they though?
Yeah,
Oh, girl was singing.
you can take it away.
That just went viral recently. Well, there was like somebody singing for the rent and they posted her singing.
Oh,
Lord, Flavor Love. That's on Hulu or something. If you watch the old episode, you'll be screaming. So, situations with Shazam, always gonna be named after a song we know and a situation that people deal with. Recently, I've been doing too much time on Twitter, so I have a lot of things that come from Twitter. So, today's song is Unpretty TLC. Do y'all remember that music video?
yeah.
When it was
You
like,
can buy your heavy one girl.
AKA the BBLs are killing y'all.
okay. So this whole setup of where they're doing you see all them going through these different things if they're trying to like please society. I don't remember which one, but like one was going to get a breast augmentation. One was like, was one of them getting beat up by her boyfriend or something? Like there were all these different situations of like society standards. So recently there's always been these arguments on Twitter about like body positivity and people not working out or people working out and things like that. Do you guys think that you are a part of the body positivity moment that like supports everybody that you see?
I would like to consider myself as that.
No, that's a no.
I would have to say yes.
Okay.
Let me say this. So, the reason why I love Deviant so much is because, like, I love to see how people can go to any type of body style and be free. Now, would I date a certain type of body style? No. So, I don't know if that's contradicting. Does that make sense?
That's two questions, but it is contradicting, but it does make sense.
Well, damn, Marco, wake the fuck up.
No, it is.
I mean, you got me.
Solomon, do you think you're a part of like pushing body positivity?
As long as it's healthy.
Damn.
Ooh,
All right,
okay, you
Dr.
jumped back.
Jackie.
You jumped down into what I was going to get into, so I like this.
Dr.
So, do you think that we're at a point that we're pushing body positivity that produces unhealthy, like images and unhealthy qualities amongst people?
Yes.
How so?
Like there are people with natural curves.
Okay.
And it looks great on them. Absolutely love it. But then you have people who are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, or maybe even like $100 in a back alley, to get the kind of looks that they're trying to achieve that other people just get naturally. And just like Rodney was saying earlier, it's costing people their lives. But I think you have to be very conscious about culture as well. So there are people who are 250 pounds who have meat on their bones who are healthier than people who are slender. So, I don't know.
Rodney, Marco?
Do I think people should wear in and everything for that? No.
That's not what the question was.
Whoa.
The question was, do you think that... Damn, Rodney.
Let's bring it on back. Clock in. Clock
The
in.
question was, right, reel it back in. We're going to go down that road. But do you think that we're like being body positive and pushing like everybody is positive, do you think that produces bad habits amongst culture, like BBLs or like obesity or like high blood pressure? Like,
when you look at the music videos from 2006 to now, the women look like ants. Like, it's horrible. Like, and then what's so funny, our culture is so used to BBLs. Anyone that has a natural body, they call them, they say like boys, little boys, or preteens. Like, I ain't like when JT called Gorilla, she's like a little boy. I said, why? 'Cause her body is real and yours fake as fuck.
Right.
Like, I'm here for a good read. I love good read. Like, there's no rules in reading. But I just thought that dig was, I didn't like that dig. Because she has a natural body. We are so in tune with these fake ass bodies that somebody look regular. It's like uncommon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stink or something like that. Like, that's weird to me.
I do think that we're pushing a unhealthy balance of people getting BBLs and surgery and things like that. It's unfortunate. I forgot where I was going with this.
Repeat the question for me.
Yeah, let me clock.
do you think? Listen, do you think that with us pushing body positivity, everybody is great, like that we're pushing like unhealthy habits on people?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Again, with the BBLs, the surgeries, the unhealthy eatings, I don't know. I try to motivate my friends and family when they mention something like, oh, like if I notice like, oh, what you doing? Oh, I'm about to go to the gym. I'm like, okay, mental note. So like probably next week I'll ask them like, oh, how's the gym going? Just to like lightly slide it in there if I haven't heard it in a while, or what's for dinner tonight, or what are you eating? And not like get too much in their business, but just have an understanding of one, how serious they are, and are they still on the right track, if that makes sense.
Michael said it makes sense. You like the freedom that others have to express themselves, but not your preference.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So he helped me. He's a Solomon. Thank you.
Somebody said these BBLs are killing y'all. Now it's team natural versus team plastics. BBLs don't move. Okay, so
Well,
Go ahead, Fallon.
to piggyback on that, I do believe in body positivity. I'm an advocate for body positivity. I also think, going back to our previous conversation, that if and when you decide to be a certain size, that you are also prepared for any and all of the comments that you may get. I think it's unfortunate that larger individuals, especially in our culture, are, what's the word? I don't want to say abused. I need a different word. Looked down on.
okay.
But like Lizzo. So take for instance Lizzo. So Lizzo is a larger woman. She has worn anything and everything that has been provocative, and we've seen all the feedback, right? Some of it has been great, some of it has been negative, but I think you need to be prepared for any and all of it.
So somebody asked a question in the comments. Tango55 says, how does the panel, so all of us, a question for all of us, how does the image of your own bodies form your current opinions?
All right.
I think
I
it's
like
a great
that.
question.
Good
It's a
job.
really
Good
question.
job, fifth seat.
I'll start. I have been the spectrum. So I have been anywhere from 160 all the way up to 300 pounds. And I am more comfortable at like a 175, 185. Right now, I'm a little higher than that. But I pulled some baddies when I was 275. And I have had periods of like extreme confidence, and then I've had periods of extreme low self-esteem. And it really depends on where I am in my life. So that's why I think I appreciate the entire spectrum from small to large. But when I was large, I do know that I was unhealthy.
I'm with Solomon. I've been everything from in college at one point, I was like 220 pounds, like Gucci gut, all that, like bigger. And I've been all the way down to like 140 and like wearing like a size 29 in jeans. I've been all across. And I think for me, the whole thing has been like health. Like I've seen people in my family die from cancer. I've seen people die of heart attacks from high blood pressure, heart disease. These are things that are prevented by exercise. That's what like pushes me to be a trainer. That's what pushes me to go in the gym. At this point, going to the gym is not to look good. It's because I'm not trying to die early that I've seen happen in my family. So the way I look at people is like, okay, if you are healthy, it doesn't matter what your weight or what your size is. It's all about how healthy you are.
I'm glad you said it because we have people that has passed away with nice bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to make sure we say that. COVID really got me. I was always probably like a good 160 to 180 up until COVID. I knew I was getting too big with my stomach and I could not see my belt. And I was like, oh my God, I am just getting, huge. It's my opinion. Huge. And I was like, I need to do something about it. And what is so funny, you can view yourself in one thing and people are like, well, you don't look big. You don't look like you weigh that. Like, and I wish people would stop that because like when you go from 170 to like 220, that's a whole little person you gain. You know what I'm saying? And even though people might, I like your thickness, I like this, but if I don't think I look good, thank you for helping, but don't like try to make me feel bad for I don't like because I don't like how I look. Or you'll like you weigh 200 pounds. Like everybody 200 pounds not look the same. So people is like, whatever.
Oh, that's real.
You know what?
And some people are not.
I'm actually glad you said that because that's the disqualifying factor for me. Like if I'm dating someone and I have a goal and they're like, oh, you look fine just the way you are, we're immediately done.
Yeah, because like, no, if I'm telling you I don't want to be this size, and you want somebody who like this size, go find somebody else. I don't like it. I don't want a beer belly at 33.
I had to learn that, especially dating. So I like bigger men. And I'd be like, oh, you look so good. I love your body. And, no, I'm getting to a point. And they'd be like, can you not do that? Because, no, because.
You're fine, oh boy.
Damn. So I had to learn that because I used to always be like, oh, you look good for your size. And they would always hate when I say that. So I had to control myself, even with friends. They'd be like, oh, I just feel so fat in this shirt or whatever. But then I also remember back in like 2015, I was 120 and that was the smallest I've ever been. And I'm already skinny. So people don't know what I was going through. I had some health concerns going on. But like when people are like, oh, Marco, you look fine. You're skinny enough. I'm like, no, I was skinnier than this. It's the biggest I've been. And haven't been over like 180, which, to anybody else's. But like, I want to gain weight, but I'm having trouble trying to get there. Like I eat all the time. I do. But like, I've tried many different things, but everybody in my family is skinny. And we just have this thing where we like when we in between like that 5 to like 7 pounds, we just don't grow.
Have a baby. I'm kidding. So this is the kind of, I want to look at the comments. So this is kind of a touchy question. This goes for both sides. And openers, I want to hear y'all opinions too. So why is it that we can allow people that are heavier on the scale to shame people for working out every day, but if people who work out every day shame people who don't, it's a problem? We see this all the time. We see people say, oh, like people work out all the time because you're not comfortable with yourself. You work out all the time because you're full of yourself. But if they say you don't work out because you're not comfortable with yourself, they're the bad guy. Why do you think that's an issue? So basically, to take a step further, there's this whole debate versus fat phobic and gym phobic.
That gym phobia is truly a thing. I used to be gym phobic.
Talk a little bit more about that.
It was this one guy, and I did the same thing I don't like, right? I was like probably 26, and I'm like, damn, your body's already fucking like Zeus. How much more bigger do you need to fucking get? Like, if he missed a day in the gym, he would go crazy. Like, his whole life is over. And I guess because my body was not like him, I had like a nice body for myself at that age. I didn't understand it. But like, yeah, I was just like, that's crazy to me. Like, you just going to the gym just to what, show off your body? And, like, I was that person. I grown not to be that person because, you know, it's hard. You know, you want to keep yourself up. When you really work hard to lose whatever that fitness goal is, you want to keep that up. You know, so I'm learning not to do that anymore.
Melanin Granger said, vulnerable moment. I start comparing myself to girls on Instagram because men won't look at you unless you got that Coke bottle shape. I think social media plays a horrible role in the deceptions of like body and body positivity because it pushes like this whole like everybody looks like this when a lot of people like they take their pictures and then they further edit them and they don't actually look like that. They don't have a six pack. Like it's a certain angle and things like that.
Jesus.
So
I like what Kev said. You look good at your weight. It's like you saying like a dark person look good. Like
it's terrible. So last question, because I know we could probably talk about this all day and everybody's being very vulnerable and I appreciate you guys for that. When is the last time you felt pressured by gay culture to do something to make yourself pretty and what was it?
Say it again.
When was the last time, topic was unpretty, when's the last time you felt like unpretty according to gay society standards and what was it, like what was something you were going to do to fix that?
Bodybuilding.
Okay.
But I also had a breakup, and they say breakups create bodybuilders.
It does. It creates revenge bodies.
Don't it? But I will say that when I was going through that whole process, I probably my self-esteem was probably at its lowest until I fell into the process. But that goes back into like what Rodney was saying about that gym phobia. Like once you get in the gym and then you build the consistency and the determination and that mindset, then something clicks where it becomes more about you and less about other people.
Yeah.
And I will also say that my first time at Deviant was when I was like 200 pounds. And I felt more comfortable then. I would have never done it when I was bodybuilding.
I would say I was going to get fillers at one point. I was going to get fillers under my eyes. All of my, yes.
Really?
All of my family members, like all the men, they have like droopy eyes. Like I've had it since I was like 21. I'm like, bitch, I'm not even tired. But like I like started hanging out with a lot more gays and I'm like, damn, like, what are y'all using on your eyes? So at this point I'm using like Neutrogena, this, caffeine, all these different tricks. And I'm not for these bags. And my mom was like, your dad has droopy eyes. Your uncle got droopy eyes. Like everybody got them. And I was about to get fillers. And then somebody was like, you know, once you get those, you have to get them for the rest of your life. And you're in your 20s. And I was like, nope, I'll be fine.
wow, that was so honest. I love that.
Yeah, I was going to get fillers.
Mine had to be when I first moved to Atlanta. Just seeing all like people bigger than me with nice bodies and just like going to the gym daily. I'm like, oh, I want to be like that person. But like I hate the gym. Like I absolutely hate the gym. I'd rather go to the park run, do an at-home workout. I just don't like being looked at while working out. It's just uncomfortable. I hate waiting for machines and like, what? I got to do all this just to have a nice body? I'll do body weight. But yeah, that was the last time, and yeah.
How about you, Rodney?
I was this close to getting the suction out my stomach.
Like lipo?
I was gonna get lipo. I had a consultation, and it was gonna be $3,000. And when they told me that I would have to wear something that I had a chance of having blood clots, I'm like, is it that serious?
Yeah.
I can go to the gym.
Well, I appreciate y'all for being honest. I think it's very noble of us to be fine as hell and sit up here and tell our flaws and all, and being that we're a train wreck in the morning, sometimes a bitch in the afternoon. What Mama Tina say during the day too. But yes, I appreciate y'all and openers for being honest. I think it's very important that we talk about societal beauty standards. We talk about pride and celebrating. And I think everybody should be comfortable with talking about where they struggle and being validated by other people. So thanks for being honest, y'all.
Thank you. That was a great set.
I ain't got no mess for y'all today, unfortunately. Peace, be still.
We need
Rodney got
I was gonna say,
Rodney got the mess today, baby. Rodney got the mess. Peaceful today.
you do got
Go
the
ahead,
mess.
Rodney, give us the mess.
Do I?
Yes.
Wait.
No, it's just
Oh,
it's Solomon's
Solomon.
turn.
Yeah.
I forgot you were
Go
here.
ahead.
Not you forgot I was here.
I noticed it next to you. I can't feel your energy. I haven't felt it in weeks. I need a hug.
Look, and my cup is glad we're over here. 'Cause every time I turn around, you feeling it? Pause. Anyway, before we get into the menage a trois here at Open Relationship Podcast, we are all about community, safe spaces, and open-ended conversations where we can agree or disagree and still be heard. We enjoy it when you join our live shows. We encourage you to continue to join our live shows. Actually, we really encourage you to join us on August 29th at, what is it?
7:15.
Well, yeah, 7:15. But what's the event? What's the venue?
The network.
The Network ATL for our first in-person live show. Tickets are currently on sale. Get your early bird special. And don't forget to buy your merch.
Yes, buy your merch. And y'all know, get these tickets. They are really going. I'm not going to say the number, but
And when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah,
I don't want to
we-
hear it. Do not get in nobody's DM sending provocative photos. Talk about, I want a ticket. They're gone, girl.
You're like, get me into the show backstage. No.
Well, it's going to be more than a picture. We're going to need a little bit more than that.
like the openers really.
We're going to need some
fuck
money.
with us.
It's okay. These tickets are going to keep going up because they're selling fast. They're selling like hotcakes. And when they're gone, they're gone.
The openers really fuck with us. I cried. When I seen it, I said, oh, already?
We're gonna give y'all one hell of a show.
We are. Y'all going to have a good time. Like, I promise y'all going to have a good time. Y'all, it's just going to be great. And I just can't wait. Like, the vision that we all have for this show. And once it happens, y'all going to be like, damn, that was, y'all get y'all money worth. I promise y'all that.
Thanks, Shauna.
Yes, boo. Yes, boo. And we're going to have a potential food vendor, a person providing food. So, and they was on a popular network. Might be in the comments.
But the show is going to be lit. If you're a bottom, don't eat.
Wait,
Well, it is Pride Weekend. So
It's Pride Weekend. The show going to be cracking. If you're a bottom, don't eat.
Yes, man.
be on that liquid skittle.
You know what?
diet.
Y'all get y'all tickets. If y'all
Post
want
them.
to post them, share. Now, don't share your
You don't.
your code. Nah, we can't help you with that, baby. But if you want to share that you got your order, please do. Like, that makes us happy, y'all. Like, let me just say this really quick, Solomon. Being a content creator, I saw. We shot it. Thank you, production. First, we had keep us on our toes.
Okay.
Being a content creator, it takes a lot to come up here and really share our true selves and be very vulnerable with you all, because people are that. Some people might have liked what someone said on this couch, trying to get you fired. Like, we put our stuff out here for you all. So y'all to be supporting us like y'all have been doing in whatever avenue we were doing, even personally or professionally, with the podcast, all the podcasts. Like, we just want to say thank you. Because, like, y'all don't have to buy a ticket. Like, y'all don't have to do that. Like, that just brings me joy. Like, honestly, thank you all for just, like, really rocking with us. Like, that makes me very, very happy. Wow.
but you do have to buy your ticket.
Yeah, they do.
You do.
This is in person, yeah.
I do think that we should probably talk amongst ourselves and figure out how we can give one free ticket away during the
Yeah.
live show.
Oh, we should.
But Solomon, we taking up your segment, boo. Speak
Oh,
on
that'd
it.
be nice.
That would actually be fun. So we're going to give away one free ticket to a loyal opener who has been rocking with us since whenever they started rocking with us. So continue to watch the podcast and find out who you are. All
Now,
right.
when you playing for flights and shit,
No,
we
no,
said free ticket.
You got to take care of your own airfare.
You gotta
don't
say
know where you're coming
that.
from.
You gotta say that. Free ticket only.
Marco might supply lodging.
I rent my Airbnb out.
There's something they talking about swallowing in the comments, y'all. The fifth
Your segment.
Oh, my bad. So, in keeping with the TLC theme, because we crazy, sexy, cool for the live podcast.
Yes.
But what about your friends?
Oh, and we went Unpretty now. So what about your friends? TLC,
Yes.
come on the show.
Yes,
Well, I guess
please.
there's-
Rest in peace, Left Eye.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That would be appropriate to say. Because you were about to go somewhere else.
Who?
You.
No, it wasn't.
So how do y'all feel about how do you form adult friendships as a black gay male?
It's very hard. And the reason, because you'll never know anyone's true intention. What irks my nerves is when I want to be your friend and you secretly wants to fuck me.
Well, we wouldn't talk about that later, but go
Whoa,
ahead.
Oh, I'm
whoa.
sorry.
Well, we here now. Let's go.
What about
um,
your friends?
Because sometimes, like,
Do you stand your ground?
when I first got here, I really wanted I didn't really know anyone. And I felt like I met some people who will act like they're my friend. Then I come over to their house, you're trying to cuddle. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're friends. Like, I want a friend. I don't want that from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so getting older, Rodney, I find it.
Hold on. Did younger Rodney fuck around?
No, I really wanted friends.
Okay.
Now, was I on Jack fucking up people? Yes, I was.
But you wasn't looking for friends on Jack.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was trying to have sex. But like, I don't know. I'm not really trying to, let me say this. If my energy matches with yours at this age and you're cool, we can possibly build a friendship. To me, friend is a very strong word now that I'm older. Like, that is I used it very loosely when I was younger, but right now that means a lot to me. Like, that means, my mother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mother's name, stuff about me that I probably wouldn't tell anyone else. Like, you probably got the passcodes on my phone, so it happened to me. Like, that's a friend. Friend me more this party and going out with someone.
Anybody here have his passcode?
No,
No. Okay. Just
Marco jumped back.
my passcode.
I think that as a black gay male, I don't think I like ever struggled to have black gay friends. I knew like when I first like got comfortable with being gay and being this butch queen that I am, I had older black gay males that were like friends to me and they never like pushed up on me sexually. So it was
That's a
like,
blessing.
it was very great. And from there I maneuvered black gay male friendships. Now there were some times where people were like trying to be my friend and they want to fuck and I'm like, oh no girl, we're not that. But now to me it's like I know who my friends are. And there was like this video on Instagram that said if you started a friendship and it's lasted for 10 years, psychologists say it's going to last for the rest of your life. I have 3 core friends that are going to be my friends no matter what. And then I have other people that like they're friends because I don't think always time is what declares a friend, but I don't think it's ever been hard to make authentic friendships as a black gay male. Like I think for me personally, I just pick up on people's energy and I have a great spirit of discernment. And I just know when people are not about the right. Like I'm going to study you and I'm going to be like, girl, it ain't for me.
I've gotten better with forming black gay friendships.
Somebody wants a question repeated, Micah.
I just put it in there.
Oh, thank you.
Because the original question was,
Oh, shit.
how do you form?
Oh,
I
shit.
think through authenticity. You just have to be yourself. I think so many people as black gay men, they present themselves as a different, we went to question 2, sorry.
And 3.
I think as black gay men, like people historically will present themselves as something different, not their authentic selves, to get someone or people's attention, because a lot of gays are flashy, a lot of gays are labeled down, they're pretty, and like, oh, I have to live up to this too, especially if you live in one of the big gay metropolitan cities. Like, oh, if you live in DC, I have to be a G something, like you have to talk about your job. In Atlanta, you got to be pretty. Like, people just have to be authentic, and when you're authentic, that's when you form real friendships that are actually putting something in your life. And I also think you have to be friends with people that are not only about building you socially, but spiritually and mentally as well. It's not always about like, oh, can I go to the club with you and get a section? Can I call you bitch and because my mom is sick? Can I call you because this is going on in my life? Can I give you career advice? So for me to form those, like being authentic and opening all the facets of my life so that you understand that I'm just not this boy that goes to the gym and drinks or something like that. Like you need to understand everything about me, and that's how I form friends, being authentic.
I want to put a bookmark here because Melanin Granger said, I'm at a weird place where I'm losing friends. We just grow apart. I want to come back and address that because...
Address it now. That's good.
Oh, well, let's talk about it now.
I think that Melanin Granger, I think it's important that as you go through seasons of your life, you will have to do things by yourself. And I feel you because I'm at this same point. You are going to lose friends all the time. You're going to lose people in your life based off of how your values change. I'm reading this book. I don't want to plug her, but anyways, it's Sarah Jake's Power Moves, and she talks about this. She talks about changing your core values. When you change your core values, it changes your ecosystem and the people around you. And sometimes you have to go through these things by yourself because you haven't found your new tribe yet. Mm-hmm. So you have to do some things alone because you can't take everybody with you because they'll pull you back. And that's my sermon for the day.
But I also think that, to your point, it's cyclical, in the sense that you will go through phases where you will have a tribe, you will grow. They will fall off. You will build a new tribe. It may fall off, and it may seem very exhausting that you're constantly creating this new core group. But at every level of elevation, you're going to meet different people that have different values, and their focus is going to be different, just like your focus is now different. I have friends that I've known for years, 10 plus years. Love them dearly, but do I see them as often as the people who I see now? No. Can they call on me? Can I call on them? Absolutely. But are they going to be in my everyday conversations? Are they going to be in my everyday hangouts? That's just not the case anymore. And it's not something that I necessarily mourn. Mm-hmm. I just accept.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this because I was in that funky little space, Melanie Granger, where you want friends who you had starting off with, right? And I don't know if I was reading something or I read some quote on Instagram. I said, this is God talking to me. Because when you elevate and just do certain things, you notice people changing. Even when we get in this house process, I have cut off like probably good 15% of my friends are what I thought was my friends. Mm-hmm. And for one, I don't want to call it like a secret spy hater around me, because if the roles were reversed, I would be the first person in your house. Well, even not even make my house, anything celebrating you and your elevate, it makes you happy, I'm going to be there and celebrate you, whatever that is. I'm not going to make you feel bad for growing.
Yeah.
That is the craziest shit to me. Like, why you buying a house? Like, I'm like, why the fuck not? I'm tired of paying fucking rent. Like, rent is almost a mortgage, so why not do it? And, like, questions like that, and I look back, I said, I should have slapped that bitch. But.
Really?
Hell yeah, I meant that.
Violent?
Violent.
We do not condone violence on Open Relationship Podcast.
Like, it's just things that certain people say, like, when you think about that bitch was trying to tell me she was, he and she was a snake. Way back then. Because if you are not clapping for your friends in whatever season in, even with a high or low, you're not a friend. You're a spectator. Ooh. I don't like spectators.
Spectators even clap.
Right.
Child, a hater.
I think it's important that people learn to clap for other people's wins, because if you can't clap for everybody else, it'll never be your turn.
Yeah.
And that's really how I see things with anybody. If you cannot clap for anybody else, like even people you don't know, if you can't celebrate their wins, it's never going to be your turn. And if you can't clap for your friends, like that's showing you that something's in the neighborhood. Like, bitch, I'm next.
Oh, yeah, let me make y'all laugh. This one boy was following me on Facebook, and I was wondering why they see his posts anymore. He used to try to flirt with me, whatever. And I want to say, like 2 years later, I was on Hinge, and he met me and we matched on Hinge. And I was like, what happened to you? I started seeing him. He said, oh, you post so many positive stuff, I didn't like it. And you know what I did? Blocked. Mm-hmm. Bitch, are you serious? Because I posted good things about my life and you ain't like it, you gonna follow me?
Hater.
Why didn't you talk to your ass now? Blocked. I ain't much reply. I read that and blocked him.
Well, I find making friends I'm kind of awkward anyway. So I typically meet, I think I've actually met all of my core friends through other people, through former friends, really. And then the relationships just evolved from there. Do I find making friendships easy or difficult? I think I'm somewhere in between. because I haven't really been out here looking for friends. Like I've always been kind of a solitary kind of person, and then people just migrate to me, and it's mostly because I most oftentimes tell the truth. Like I'm gonna let you know how I feel.
That's me too.
Lately, to answer Melanie Granger's question.
Melanin.
Oh, melanin, my bad. You know, very much so what Solomon said. You're going to go through different chapters and paragraphs of your life, so people are naturally going to fall off. I can think of a handful of people that I started the year off with, and we're only 6 months in, and I just stopped answering their phone calls. Like, people think it's a form of ghosting, which it is, but I don't have to explain myself to you of why I don't want to be your friend. Like, every time you call, it's always some drama or, oh, let me tell you the tea, or I don't have time for that. Like, don't get me wrong, if we sitting around having a drink, we can, you know, catch up that way. But every single time you call, you got some type of drama that's happening in your life. I don't want that.
That is so true.
Like, that's negative energy that's that I'm allowing you to put in my place. And most of the time when I'm having these conversations, I'm at my house. And that's another type of energy that can just stay there. So I just stopped. I do find it easy for me to meet people. I don't find it easy for me to maintain friendships. But I've worked on that. Just if I do tend to like meet them out at the bar or something, I'm like, you know what, that person, we had a good conversation at the bar. I'm gonna do some effort to reach out to them and just ask how their day was, or how was your week, or, you know, I had a friend like 3 weeks ago. He called me, maybe like 2 weeks ago. He called me randomly. He said, Marco, what you doing? I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay, what's up? And, you know, he told me some personal things about him. And I was like, okay, now that's a different layer of friendship. So now we are that much closer when it comes to the word friendship. And I appreciated it.
Tangled 55 said, I can clap for my friends, but I will also let them know, or I will let you know when you're messing up. And I really appreciate those kind of relationships. I was in a relationship once, and there was a early morning where I didn't come home. And I was telling my friend about it, and I was like, oh, he was mad at me, he was upset, and da-da-da, and I was kind of bitching and moaning. And she turned around and sent me the Lucky Day remake of Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night, and was like, you fucked up. And I was like, damn. She was like, listen to the song. Like, you really fucked up.
That's a whole segment that, because as you going out, kind of like a little bit off topic, but if once you get to like a certain point with somebody, you have to develop like guidelines around like, when are you going to take your ass home, even if I'm not there. But that's a whole nother segment.
That is a whole nother segment. But that's all the time we have for the Menage a Trois. Are we ready for
Yes,
the letter?
That was such a good segment. Y'all, all three of y'all had good segment. Ugh.
We know what we doing.
Baby TLC showed up today.
Welcome to you guys, the letter. This is where we invite you, our opener community, fifth seat, to join our conversation, ask us questions, you know, have something going on with your house, your life, whatever. We're here for you. It will be open and honest, as we always say. I want to say we don't always have to agree, but we're going to give it to you straight. And that's okay. Agree or disagree.
Or gay.
A little gay.
I mean,
a lot of gay. I like gay shit. And we do have a therapist on staff, but Solomon is not working therapist right now. So you want to talk to him, hit him up his DM afterwards, okay? We're not a therapist, you all. We are just podcast hosts to give you a good old, you know, talk to. All right. The letter. Please don't judge me. I have a couple of sex partners. I was recently called into the clinic because a sex partner I have gave me syphilis. I was treated at the clinic for syphilis, and after that, they asked me to provide all the names I had sex with within the last 3 weeks. To be honest, I have a lot of one-offs, and I met them on dating apps. I can only provide 2 names because they are regulars. I did the right thing and told the 2 individuals to go to the clinic for STD testing. One of them was cool, and the other one judged me so bad. How else should I have handled this unique situation? Ooh.
All right, Mr. Public Health.
Yes.
please start.
I looked over here.
Guide me to my answer.
Guide me, please, 'cause
She's not. What Rodney say? He's on staff, but he's not working right now. Oh, opener. Hey, girl. I don't want this to come off judgmental, but we have to. These are the risks of having multiple sex partners, right? Of course, there's PrEP that prevents HIV infection. Then there's DoxyPrep that's preventing chlamydia and gonorrhea. Syphilis is one of those girls that is not prevented by PrEP or DoxyPrep. And syphilis is something that it can be treated and it can go away if treated early. But it's also one of the diseases that like once you get it, it's easier to like contract it again. So I think you handled this the right way. The only thing that I would say from a public health standpoint is like you needed to be able to tell all the names, because from a clinic standpoint, they're going to reach out and they're going to tell them, like they'll say, hey, Marco, this is Fulton County Public Health Department and you've been in contact with syphilis. Please come get tested. They're not going to say that it was such and such or whatever. So this is the danger of that. And there's like a little danger around like multiple sex partners. And did they say anything about apps? I don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, on dating apps. So that's another thing, because just think of it like a wheel, like a tree, or like a let's say a flow map. If I have sex with Marco, hypothetically speaking, because we know how y'all get. If I have sex with Marco, but Marco's had sex with 3 people, I've now had sex with the 3 people that he's had sex with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's how that gets spread. And like, you just have to be careful with this. So you did the best that you can do, but I hope that you take this as a learning opportunity and try to just wear a condom or make them wear condoms. I don't know what your sexual position is. I don't know if you're gay or straight, but condoms prevent a lot of STIs. So that's the only advice I can give here. And you did the right thing, but start caring a little bit more about your health, because syphilis is very serious. And if you wouldn't have caught that when you caught it, it could have got very bad. Like I know all of you guys have heard of the Tuskegee experiment where they injected black men with syphilis and watched it kill them out. Syphilis can be a very, very nasty disease. So
that's one of those viruses? Or is it bacterial?
Syphilis is a virus, I believe.
Virus.
Let's Google. I think it's a virus.
It's like
it's not a bacteria.
But it's one of the ones that
viral,
breaks the blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
Yes, and it can go to the brain.
And you can get cognitive dysfunction. Like it essentially eats your brain.
It makes you lose hair.
And it starts showing through your skin. Like if you don't catch it, a lot of STIs, if you don't catch them, they can make you sterile. Like there are so many things that go on with STIs. And that's why like people push PrEP, but it's like, that's only protecting you from one thing, baby. Like you have to be very, very, very specific and very strategic, and like as we get older, intentional about your sexual interactions from a physical standpoint and an energy standpoint, because you can pick up somebody's energy from sex too.
And so to piggyback off of that, because I agree 100% with everything that you said, but I think it's also a matter of STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, STIs, sexually transmitted infections. So I think it's also a matter of being interested. And so when you are on the apps, like what level of safety are you also going to engage in? Because it's not just about condoms and it's not just about PrEP. It's also about when you meet these individuals, are you only on the app? Or are you exchanging phone numbers? Are you exchanging names, real names? Are you
checking IDs?
Like that? Are you checking IDs? Like these are levels of precaution, levels of identity that helps you stay safe. And it also allows you to, like, you can go through an app and say, okay, well, I slept with this person, I slept with this person, I slept with this person, I slept with this person. And then you can provide that information to a healthcare professional who can contact these people. Because, of course, they're out there having sex with other people, too. The healthcare professional, it's their job to contact these individuals. You don't have to do it specifically. I'm glad, I was about to say caller. I'm glad the writer had the ability to do so and contact them. Opener, right. I'm glad the opener had the ability to do that, but your healthcare professional can do that if you have the information available.
I'm going to say this, and people might not like me after this. I think PrEP and DoxyPrep, it is a good thing and bad thing, catch-22. It's like we're promoting you to be a thought. Now you can go have sex with all you want, do all these great things. You got this pill to protect you from all this chlamydia, STIs, STDs, HIV. And I think it's creating a culture where I can't see, because when I, was single, I was looking and saying all these parties, somebody come fuck me, I'm on PrEP. I want all these loads in me. Like it's all over Twitter. It's like I'm just being real. Oh, you can fuck me. I can't. Now I can't get gonorrhea or anything because I take Doxy Prep, and I think that's dangerous. In my humble opinion, I think that's very, very dangerous. And I think when you start talking about them, where it's not talked about enough, it's like we're encouraging you to have that whore behavior. I have once been there. I once did things like that and didn't know who they was having sex with, didn't have a number. But I just want to encourage you to be safe. And this is coming from a loving place, a person who has once been there. It is not cool to who you're having sex with. It's not.
So if it's coming from a loving place and you were once there, can you find a level of understanding? Because to say encouraging the people to have thought whore behavior.
I'm not encouraged. I said don't.
Well, no, I'm saying that the practice of Doxy prep and general prep is encouraging thought whore behavior.
Jared just gave y'all $49.99. He said great show.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, Jared.
I think we have to be just extremely careful about the way you discuss prep, Doxy prep, all these different things, because they're harm reduction strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Harm reduction strategies are strategies that they're hard to understand, and sometimes people be like, whoa, why would you do that? Perfect example. So we talked about Doxy prep and we talked about regular prep. Harm reduction as in needle exchange. So that's like a drug addict comes to you and says, here's my dirty needles. Can you give me clean ones? You give them clean ones. And people say, oh my God, that's going to make them do drugs. But that's going to prevent them from getting HIV or hepatitis or something like that.
Right.
So harm reduction is scientific based. And for some people, it doesn't make sense. There are legislators, there are Republicans that would be like, why would you do that? Just like harm reduction. Birth control, harm reduction. But people say, if you give them birth control, it's going to make them have sex. You got to think about
You have to think about all the collateral consequences that happen after the behavior has already happened.
I'm just going to say this.
We're working now.
I'm just going to say this. It is there to help you, but don't use it to do other things. And you know what I mean. We're not going to play dog.
And on top of that, you can still use it and still get tested after that, just to make sure that it's properly used.
If you are on those, you should be getting tested every 3 months.
Yeah.
But Open, I do think you did the right thing. You should not feel bad. You told your truth. A lot of people lie. That's all I have. What about you?
Well, I don't think the question was if they should feel bad or not. They were just wondering how else they could have handled it.
I think they did the right thing. You told the people he was, to me, I respect, like you said, I love honesty. He was very honest in his letter. Like he said, he was out there in these streets doing whatever. And he knows two people who he do know of. He told. I think he did the right thing.
Opener, I think you also did the right thing. The only thing that I would change is getting off the dating apps and, as you said, one-offs. I'm just not for apps. Have I been on apps before? Yes. But at the big age that I'm at, I'm not playing a picture game and doing all this with my personal health. But yeah,
the last
just
part.
for my personal health. But yeah, just be safe going forward, get names, and when you find a good one, just stick with him or her or they, them.
Come on,
however they identify, just because stop hopping from person to person.
And before we go, production, can you pull up the flyer real quick again, please?
Oh my God, a nasty way to end that.
Openers, what we show you now, we are having a live show. We want you there. We need you there. It's going to be a great time. So please, please, please come across your screen as you can see right now in real time. Click that link, follow it, invite your opener friends. I see about X is coming to Houston. We can do that when we have enough people supporting. So we can base it off how y'all support this live show coming in August for ATL Black Pride. Mm-hmm. So if we see how this turnout is, y'all are buying the tickets, we can then travel the show. But we need a great turnout for Atlanta show. Okay, so once we get that, you guys, we will travel. We want to come out and see our openers. We love our openers. Okay, but we need y'all to buy tickets. Yeah. Thank you. See you at the live show.
And during that, it's Global Black Pride, so the city's gonna be on fire.
And it's on the 30th.
Hopefully, the city is not burning.
I didn't mean.
We don't need any cities burning. We don't need anybody burning. Solomon, please.
And we don't need y'all burning. So make sure that you wrap it up.
What if you're on doxy prep and
No. Take us
they can do whatever they
out.
want to do.
This is gonna go bad. Take us out.
All right. Thank you for coming and joining the four of us as we swallow hard topics and spit difference of opinions.
Bye, openers.
See y'all next week.